This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. Speed build number 2 of 3 from my Digital Sims Camp. I'm branding it TM. Digital Sims Camp special early access of The Sims 4 Snowy. Is it Snowy Escapes or Snow Escapes? Oh, this is really bad. Snow Escape? Snowy Escape? Snow Escape. I don't know. Yeah, one of the two. It's awful. But yeah, this is build number 2. This is actually the first build that I did, and it is a commercial lot. I don't often do commercial lots. Well, actually I do. I lie. I make a lot of restaurants because I want them to be like hotels, and then I just do it as a restaurant instead. But yeah, this one is a 30 by 20. If you get the game, it has a bar here, and I think the bar's done by Simlissy. This is my guess. I don't know at this point. And this is my guess that Dawn built it because I think it feels like her. I'm guessing her style, you know when you're like, I think this is a Simlissy build. I think it is, so I felt really bad. Dawn, I apologise for bulldozing it. I'm really sorry. But yeah, it had to be done. I felt bad. I did it anyway. And I replaced it with my own one. But I must say, it is actually a very good starter bar lot. So yeah, it's your choice. You don't have to use mine or hers. It's fine. But yeah, this one I had a very specific idea of wanting to do a row of shops and have like different businesses in them. But the thing is, with this, we only have base game and this EP on the build, so you can't have access to all the other packs, unfortunately, which means that the functionality just isn't there, because cafes, for example, you can't do a coffee shop because cafes come with get together. You can't do a retail store because retail stores come with get to work. You can't do a restaurant because restaurants come with dine out. So I was like, what do we have here in best game? And that would be bars, lounges, museums, libraries. So I went with a bar, which is what the original lot is here anyway. So alternatively, you can kind of fill out the shops when you have it, and you have all the other, if you have the other packs, then you can put them and make them functional. We still don't have shared lots for different functions, but I won't go there because we got platforms, and also we got vacation. You can now vacation in any residential world that you want to, which is cool because you have the rental lot, but we can't go and live in the destination worlds, which I'm kind of sad about. I'm gonna be honest. That would have been the ultimate, just to make everything a residential world, and that you can place rental lots. I feel like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. Maybe that could be added in the future, but for now it's good. You can do like your rental lots. I think number 1 for me was rental lots in Sulani. I'm glad that they made it a residential world though, because it's paid off now, because now we can go on holiday there legitimately without mods. But yeah, so I gave my kind of brief overview of what I thought about the items. Great, but I kind of missed my other packs, and that was mainly the feeling on this lot. I was on the struggle bus. This was the first build I wanted to do, and I could have done with some city living little bits. I could have done with some get to work for some more signs and just to add more clutter, but I think it came out well with the limitations that we had. So all in all, it was okay, but a little bit stressful in the process. But we're happy that we pushed on through and got out the other side. So for this one, I had this in my head. I was like, I'm going to do shops. And I was searching for some inspiration on Pinterest, and I came across an artist. It's a Polish artist. I don't know how to say his name. It's Polish. It's very Polish. And he's actually a Polish artist that lives and works in Japan. and he does these amazing watercolors. I'll make sure to link, he's actually on YouTube as well. I'll make sure to link his channel, and you should check out his website as well. And he has done a whole book, and there's also a series here on YouTube which shows the making of this book, and it's called Boutiques. No, it's not Boutiques, it's Shops of Tokyo, but I have the French edition, so it says Boutiques, and I'm looking at it right now. So yeah, it's Shops of Tokyo, and it's just full of watercolors of gorgeous shops that he has found from his travels, well, not travels, just his general day-to-day life in Tokyo. And I decided, because Tokyo maybe and Kyoto, the vibe from this was a little bit different, I stuck with the more traditional shop fronts for this build, because I wanted it to fit in with the traditional builds that were around, all the shells. But it's a stunning book. Like, that style of watercolor is just stunning. It looks so good. Please go and look at it. And if you want something to chill out to, those kind of videos are great. Like, painting videos are also cool to just send you to sleep, you know, they're super duper relaxing. But yeah, I bought the book, I found it on Amazon. I only have the French and Japanese because it's bilingual. I only have the French and Japanese version, so I have no idea what's inside. The original edition is Japanese and English, but I couldn't find a book in stock anywhere, and if I wanted to get it, it was gonna take about 3 weeks to arrive, and I wouldn't have access to this anymore. So it would kind of be after the event. So I bought the French edition, and it's super duper awesome, and I'm gonna stare at it for ages. But so I definitely probably want to do another shop lot with these as inspiration, but with all of the packs. I don't know if I need CC for it, but I definitely want my other packs for another shop lot. So yeah, that was it. And this one, I could just struggled with getting like color combinations and stuff like that. I know in Japan, kind of Kyoto, if you look around in the world, it's very brown. And although I like to be authentic with builds, sometimes you need to just lie a little bit and invent colours that would never be used. So that's what we did here, because it still needs to look interesting, especially when you're doing it and you're, you know, it just needs to look cute. So we didn't go all brown, which is what it probably would have looked like really, but we mixed up. So this one here, I'm thinking it's more of a takeaway or a restaurant, or maybe something like that. And then the right hand side, I'm thinking it's more food as well. So I think they're both kind of food places. Yeah, I'm thinking they're both food places. And then there was one I took the end shop from another artist that just did little sketches as well, and it was, I think it was like a soba, like noodle place. So that was actually a restaurant, but we've turned it into a bar. So yeah, I would love to be able to do some kind of Japanese restaurant, but Dine Out is eluding me. Soon I will get access to this plus the rest of my packs. So do you know what? If you are someone that has limited packs, I feel your pain at this point. I can totally relate to you, and I'm just happy to be able to get back to it. I'll definitely be getting a free copy of this to do a giveaway. I'm going to make sure that I actually ask for one on console as well, because you console guys, I don't think you really get many giveaways. So I'm definitely going to ask for a console key and also a regular key. Hopefully I can get both. If not, I'm actually going to make sure I definitely get console, because I know you're kind of left out in the cold sometimes. But yeah, so back to this one. I'm still going around and trying to do this corner lot. I struggled with the roof. I've cut out so much footage of my struggle bus when it came to the roof. Every time I do a shop lot, I always do a like diagonal corner shop thing, and every time I regret it. I have so many regrets. So I think I haven't done it yet, but I do end up squaring off the top level of the bar. just to make it a little bit nicer to roof. And yeah, diagonal roofing is a little difficult. It's just finicky. I don't know, finicky, that's the word. Yeah, it's just a little bit like that. So I would have also, what did surprise me is that we have all the same original in-game kind of roofing color swatches, and we didn't get any extras added. I would have loved a kind of grey tile, so maybe like almost like a really ashy black tile rather than a proper black tile. I would like to kind of ashy grey one, so it maybe could be a weathered black tile. But they stuck with the original in-game roof colours for that. And also I would have loved a kind of... what colour was missing? I'm not too sure. But the roof trims do actually match with all of these new roofs. So we do get this roof texture, which is very typical, kind of, you would imagine like tea houses and more traditional builds will probably use this. And then it has there's two other tiles, which one of them I'd never seen before, and it has these little ridges. I presume it's for, I don't know, slowing down the rainfall or something. I don't know, Japanese, like the engineering and everything, even if it's super duper old, everything is so well thought through and has a purpose. So I don't know what that is for, but yeah, there's two other roof textures that come with it. And yeah, debug also is really good. The sign that I have put out of here, I think there's the one in front of this bar only has one swatch, but the one outside the shop next door, which is currently red, it doesn't end up being red, it ends up being a whole lot of brown. But that one had like 5 different swatches you had on the debug item, so that's very good for shop purposes. And yeah, so I'm just doing this outside space as well. I wanted there to definitely be an outside space for people to, because in a bar you do also have food, you have like bar snacks and stuff, so I wanted you to be able to sit down, your Sims to be able to sit down, have a drink and a bite to eat outside as well. And again, on the outside, those are not foundations, those are platforms, because platforms are life. The only thing is, objects do tend to jump up there. I know they did this whole thing where items didn't jump up onto foundations as much anymore, as long as the majority of the footprint was not on the foundations, but I feel like they do jump up a little bit more onto platforms. And also when you're at the edge of a platform, it doesn't like it, and it kind of, we sometimes might have a disappearing object to underneath the platform. But yeah, in the next build that you'll see me do, I use platforms to make a shop sign, which is really cool. There's going to be so many creative things come out of having platforms and split leveling. There are so many builds that I have wanted to do, and because of split leveling not being a thing, I haven't done them. But also, I don't really have the time to do that many builds. I feel like it's going to be like terrain tools. We were screaming for terrain tools for like years. It's like, I want terrain tools, I don't want flat lots. And then as soon as terrain tools come, I was like, what do I build? I don't know what to build. And I don't think I use terrain tools that often. Like hardly ever. Which is really, it's like when you don't have something, you're like, I want it, you want the option, and then you realize the lots aren't really big enough to use terrain tools, because you need super duper big lots and then terrain tools, and then you're going to make it look like it's a smaller lot than it really is. So basically all the time you need to build on a 64x64 to use terrain tools. But yeah, also for the first time they have an uneven lot to start off with. So the blank lot that is in the mountain area, that I noticed has terrain tools used already on it, which is exciting. I know they said when they introduced terrain tools that you wouldn't see uneven lots happening for a long time. I'm not sure if that is truly, is it truly uneven, or I'm not too sure. Maybe it is. Normally they're always flat lots. But yeah, this one comes kind of bumpy and stuff, so you're gonna have to do a bit of terraforming to get it to something you want, or maybe you're just going to build on stilts. Also, they did add another foundation as well for this pack, which was a stilted one. We do have a kind of stilted square post foundation that came, I think it's base game. It got patched in just before Island Living came out, and that one has like these fat stone things at the bottom, so like stone feet. It goes fatter at the bottom where it meets the ground, but these ones are like straight up and down. They look almost like they are columns, and yeah, I'm happy that we now have those in the game. Again, versatile. I'm here for it. The more items, I'm kind of excited to see what items from this pack I'm going to use for a non-Japanese build. I've also, because I said it's quite difficult to find Japanese inspiration for builds, I also have started looking at Korean builds as well, and there's a Korean build that I found today on what's it called, Arc Daily, and it's this beautiful Korean build. It's like a courtyard. It has an literally breathtaking gate into the courtyard, and I definitely want to recreate that because it's like a mix of modern plus traditional. It's like fully traditional Korean house, but it's got a modern interior. So I want to try and do that, and yeah, I'm excited to see what maybe Western builds I do, and see if I'm grabbing any of the items from this. I think we definitely need to do some kind of like Wabi Sabi inspired build. I don't know if that's going to come straight away when I get access to this on my PC with the other packs and with custom content. But yeah, fingers, let's see how it does. But so far, I'm going to say thumbs up to the pack. It's just that I was missing my other little clutter items a little bit, because we did get a kitchen with this pack, but not really enough items to clutter said kitchen with. It would have been nice actually if they added a little bit of clutter already. I'm not gonna say anything, but Jardine does come, the kitchen in there does come with some clutter items already preloaded, plus slots to add your own stuff. And normally The Sims is heavy on pre-cluttering stuff, but they didn't with this one, which I think was a little bit disappointing. Also, talking about disappointment, the bar and the kitchen island do not go together. So you know how normally you'd put a bar and you put the corresponding kitchen island units to make it a larger bar? They don't fit with this. They're not even an attempt to fit with it. They're just completely different. They look like the same style, but yeah, they don't go together. So if you're using the bar, you have to use the bar just as is. But there is also that cute bar, I don't know, storage thing behind that we got to use. That is also available. So I use that. And again, we're using platforms. I can't believe we can now split level. My favourite part of this build has to be the split leveling that I've done, so that you step up and you go onto this area here is my favourite bit, because you get to step up and go and lounge on a nice sofa, and it has a coffee table there. And yeah, I think you can just add so much more interest into a build by having these platforms now. And I need to do more builds. Hopefully I can squeeze it in, become Superwoman, invent more time in the day, and do builds. Wish me luck. But yeah, but as I said, I'm so grateful to have had early access to this and to be able to do these builds, and I just can't wait to do more, to be honest. And I can't wait to see what everyone else does with this, because I think there's going to be some awesome looking builds from a whole lot of different people. So yeah, we're doing the flooring. I couldn't really find a flooring to match the stairs. We did get a new staircase, and also there's a new kind of wood texture, which is a very heavy grained wood, which is very typical of Japanese traditional builds, they have this high contrast. It's almost like zebra wood, but it's not zebra wood. It's high contrast, like a super dark grain and the lighter wood. There is one swatch of it which is light wood with a dark wood grain, and I'm going to be honest, I'm never going to use that swatch in a million years. But the darker version of that looks really nice. It just adds a bit of interest, and it's a different wood grain. So yeah, that comes with this. As I said, there's the stairs that has that, and all the windows and doors also have these new wood. You can see me going through them there on that door. They have all different types of super duper contrasty woods as well that you can use. So yeah, stairs, matching balustrade, and also matching fence to go with it. We love a good matching set. But there isn't any gates. Yeah, there are no gates, which is a little bit strange. There is also a bamboo fence as well that is just by itself, and I almost use it on this, but it's a little bit too tall, and I wanted people to be able to sit outside and then look onto the river outside. And yeah, also I wanted to make sure that this had like 2 levels and a level that you can go down. I've seen a lot of Japanese builds that they always have this look where you can, there's always a double story element to it, where you can look down, and I love a good mezzanine level. I think I've said this before, and the Japanese do mezzanine levels very well. Very, very, very well. So yeah, I'm just going through. One of my faves would have to be that tiger there, that wall decal. Has different kind of almost murals on that, and then that one. So yeah, and we got this super duper high tech toilet which cleans your bum, you know? Well, actually, I don't know if it does, because as I said before, I didn't do any gameplay, but I presume it does, because that is one thing Japan is famous for, is these super high tech toilets. And I have never used one though. I haven't ever been to Japan though. The thing is, I was actually meant to go to Japan this year. I kind of had it penciled in for like, actually yeah, this month in October I had it penciled in, and then, you know, global pandemic happened, so that one's for another year. Hopefully next year we can get there instead. But yeah, I would love to go to Japan. But really, I just go there and eat sushi for like how many weeks? Just grow 2 sizes larger just by eating sushi. Also, I'm gonna do a prediction now though. I'm gonna do a prediction that there's gonna be so many sushi bars created by Sims creators, builders, that I'm not gonna want to do one myself. So, like with every pack, there's normally one thing that you know is gonna happen. When terrain tools got added, I was like, everyone's gonna do a house on a hill. That happened. So my prediction would be sushi restaurants. Yeah, that's my prediction. Fingers not crossed it doesn't happen. I don't know. But yeah, the inside, I'm really happy with this actually. It was kind of cozy, and I liked being able to mix the different wood tones together. So we of course have a really dark floor, but we also have light wood chairs, and yeah, I like the whole mix of it. It feels super cozy. It's slightly more upmarket than maybe you would expect a bar to be. Mind you, I'm thinking more of a pub, so a bar can be high end. But yeah, the platform there that the bar is on has another trim. Oh, I'm just here for all of the custom trims that we have to go with the platforms, because if you fail to find one that goes with your interior, then you're just not looking properly, because they really do go well. But anyway, we're coming to the end of this. I've rambled on for far too long, and we are coming up to screenshots. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I'll be back very soon with the 3rd and final build that I managed to get with this early access. Until then, bye guys.